Critical Thinking Mastery. Transform your mindset for ultimate personal growth. Written and published by Vox Reads. Introduction. Imagine having the power to transform your life by simply changing the way you think. Critical Thinking Mastery. Transform your mindset for ultimate personal growth is here to help you unlock that power. This book will guide you through the process of sharpening your mind and developing the critical thinking skills needed to make better decisions, solve problems creatively, and navigate life's challenges with confidence. You'll learn how to shift from automatic thinking to a more conscious and deliberate approach. We'll dive into the art of questioning, overcoming biases, and applying logic to decisions. By the end of this journey, you'll have the tools to view the world through a clearer lens, enhancing your personal growth in ways you never thought possible. Critical thinking isn't just about being smart, it's about being aware. It's about questioning, analyzing, and reflecting to make choices that align with your goals and values. This book will show you how to think smarter, not harder. So let's get started. Turn the page and step into a mindset that will change your life forever. Chapter 1. The Power of Critical Thinking. Critical thinking is one of the most powerful tools you can develop. It's the ability to think clearly and rationally, to understand the logical connection between ideas, and to analyze information without bias. This skill will help you navigate life more effectively, make better decisions, and achieve personal growth. But critical thinking is more than just a cognitive skill. It's a mindset. It's the way you approach problems, decisions, and even daily tasks. It's the foundation of being able to evaluate, challenge, and improve your own thoughts and behaviors. Without it, we can easily fall into mental traps, make impulsive decisions, and fail to reach our full potential. Why critical thinking matters. Consider the world we live in today. We're constantly bombarded with information, from news stories, social media, advertisements, and even conversations with friends and family. But not all of this information is accurate or useful. Some of it is misleading, biased, or designed to persuade us into believing something that isn't true. Critical thinking helps us filter through this noise. It allows us to separate fact from fiction, truth from manipulation, and emotion from reason. Without it, we risk making decisions based on incomplete or false information. We may act impulsively, react emotionally, or fail to see the full picture. Take, for example, the decision of choosing a career path. Imagine a young person deciding to pursue a certain profession simply because it's popular or because friends or family think it's a good idea. Without critical thinking, this person may overlook their own interests, strengths, and long-term goals. Critical thinking, however, would allow them to analyze their options carefully, weigh pros and cons, and make a well-informed decision based on their own unique qualities. The benefits of critical thinking. When you master critical thinking, the benefits are far-reaching. First, you gain better control over your thoughts and actions. You're no longer at the mercy of your emotions or external pressures. You make decisions based on logic, reason, and a deep understanding of the situation. Second, critical thinking enhances problem solving. Life is full of challenges, whether it's dealing with a difficult work project, managing personal finances, or resolving a conflict with a friend. Critical thinking equips you with the tools to approach these challenges in a methodical, thoughtful way. You learn how to break down complex problems into smaller, manageable parts, identify the root cause, and come up with effective solutions. Let's take a simple real-world example. Suppose you are faced with an issue at work where a project is falling behind schedule. A quick emotional reaction might be to blame others, get frustrated, or even give up. However, with critical thinking, you'll pause and consider different factors that could be affecting the project, perhaps resource allocation, team communication, or even your own management style. You can then analyze each factor, identify potential solutions, and make adjustments that will get the project back on track. Developing critical thinking skills. Like any skill, critical thinking requires practice. It's not something that happens overnight. It takes time, patience, and a willingness to question yourself and your assumptions. One of the first steps in developing critical thinking is being aware of your own thinking patterns. We all have mental shortcuts we rely on, habits of thought that help us make decisions quickly. These shortcuts can be useful in some situations, but they can also lead to faulty reasoning. For example, confirmation bias is a common mental shortcut where we tend to look for information that supports our pre-existing beliefs and ignore evidence that contradicts them. By being aware of these mental shortcuts, you can catch yourself when you're relying on them. You can stop and ask, am I being fair to all sides of this issue? Am I considering all the evidence? Am I open to changing my mind? Another important aspect of critical thinking is the ability to ask good questions. Questioning is at the heart of critical thinking. The questions you ask shape your understanding of a situation and guide your thinking. Instead of accepting things at face value, ask yourself deeper questions. Why is this happening? What's the evidence? What are the possible outcomes? For instance, if you hear a news report about a new product launch, instead of simply accepting the information, you might ask, what is the source of this information? Are there other perspectives to consider? What are the potential risks involved with this product? These questions will push you to analyze the situation more thoroughly and make more informed decisions. Real-world examples of critical thinking in action. Let's take a look at a few real-world examples where critical thinking has made a difference. First, think of an entrepreneur who starts a small business. Without critical thinking, they might quickly make decisions based on emotions or market trends, only to face failure later. A critical thinker, on the other hand, will conduct research, analyze market demands, identify their strengths and weaknesses, and make decisions that are grounded in reality. Another example comes from healthcare. Doctors, nurses, and medical professionals are constantly faced with situations that require critical thinking. A doctor might need to diagnose a patient's illness by carefully analyzing symptoms, medical history, and test results. Without critical thinking, there's a higher chance of misdiagnosis. But with a careful, methodical approach to problem solving, critical thinkers can make more accurate diagnoses and provide better care. Even in everyday situations, critical thinking plays a crucial role. Take, for example, budgeting. Without critical thinking, you might spend impulsively and struggle to make ends meet. But with a thoughtful approach, you can evaluate your income, track your expenses, and make smarter decisions about where your money goes. The power of critical thinking in personal growth. Ultimately, critical thinking is a catalyst for personal growth. When you engage in critical thinking, you learn more about yourself. You gain clarity on what you truly want, understand your motivations, and make choices that align with your core values. Through critical thinking, you also become more adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and you'll inevitably face setbacks. But when you think critically, you can adjust your approach, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. A powerful example of this comes from the world of sports. Many athletes face adversity, whether it's an injury, a losing streak, or a challenging opponent. But the best athletes are those who can think critically under pressure. They don't let setbacks define them. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, identify what they can do better, and adjust their strategies to keep improving. The road to mastery, becoming a master of critical thinking, takes time and effort, but the journey is worth it. As you begin to apply critical thinking in your life, you'll notice a shift. You'll make better decisions. You'll solve problems with ease. You'll feel more in control of your life, and you'll experience personal growth on a deeper level. Remember, the power of critical thinking is in your hands. It's a skill that can be developed, refined, and used to unlock your true potential. As we continue this journey together, we'll explore how to build on the foundation of critical thinking. You'll learn how to question your assumptions, overcome biases, and use logic to solve complex problems. You'll gain the tools you need to navigate life's challenges with clarity and confidence. The road ahead is full of possibilities, and with the power of critical thinking, you're ready to transform your life. Chapter 2. Understanding your mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world. It shapes how you respond to challenges, how you perceive your abilities, and ultimately how you experience life. Whether you realize it or not, Your mindset influences everything, from the way you handle failure to the way you pursue your goals. In this chapter, we'll dive into the concept of mindset and explore its profound impact on your personal growth. By the end, you'll have a deeper understanding of how your mindset affects your life, and you'll know how to develop a mindset that will empower you to reach your full potential. What is mindset? At its core, mindset is a set of beliefs or attitudes that influence how we think and act. It's the mental framework that guides how we interpret our experiences and how we approach challenges. There are two primary types of mindsets that we'll explore in this chapter: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence are static. People with a fixed mindset believe that their talents and skills are predetermined, and they often avoid challenges that might expose their weaknesses. If they fail at something, they may view it as a reflection of their lack of ability rather than an opportunity to learn and improve. On the other hand, a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, seeing them as opportunities to grow. They view failure not as a personal flaw, but as a stepping stone toward success. This mindset fosters resilience, motivation, and a love of learning. The importance of mindset in personal growth. The mindset you adopt directly impacts your ability to grow and achieve your goals. If you have a fixed mindset, you may be hesitant to try new things, fearing failure. You might avoid taking risks, stick to what you know, and shy away from opportunities that challenge you. This mindset can limit your potential and prevent you from reaching the heights you are capable of. A growth mindset, however, opens doors to endless possibilities. When you believe that you can learn and improve, you're more likely to take on challenges, push through obstacles, and persist in the face of adversity. People with a growth mindset tend to be more successful, not because they are necessarily more talented, but because they approach life with the belief that they can grow and adapt. Real-world example. The power of a growth mindset. Let's take a look at a real-world example. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Edison faced countless failures throughout his career, and many people mocked him for his unsuccessful attempts. Yet he maintained a growth mindset, believing that each failure was simply a lesson learned. In fact, when asked about his many failed attempts, Edison famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's growth mindset enabled him to keep pushing forward, even when others doubted him. And eventually his persistence paid off with one of the greatest inventions in history, the electric light bulb. Edison's story illustrates the power of a growth mindset. It shows how embracing challenges and learning from failures can lead to extraordinary achievements. If Edison had allowed himself to be discouraged by his failures, we might not have the electric light bulb today. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. A deeper look to better understand the difference between a fixed and a growth mindset. Let's break down some key characteristics of each. Response to challenges. Fixed mindset avoids challenges and seeks comfort. The fear of failure leads to procrastination or giving up when faced with difficult tasks. Growth mindset embraces challenges, understanding that growth happens through overcoming obstacles. Challenges are seen as opportunities to learn and improve. Perception of effort. Fixed mindset believes that effort is pointless if you're not naturally talented. People with a fixed mindset may think, if I have to work hard at something, I must not be good at it. Growth mindset believes that effort is essential for growth. People with a growth mindset understand that success is the result of persistence and hard work. Reaction to failure. Fixed mindset views failure as a sign of inadequacy. When something goes wrong, they may feel discouraged and give up. Growth mindset views failure as a learning opportunity. Instead of feeling defeated, they ask, "What can I learn from this?" and use setbacks as stepping stones towards success. Success of others. Fixed mindset feels threatened by the success of others. They may feel envious or jealous, believing that someone else's success diminishes their own potential. Growth mindset celebrates the success of others, recognizing that it's possible to learn from them. People with a growth mindset see others' achievements as evidence of what's possible, motivating them to keep growing. How your mindset shapes your decisions. Your mindset doesn't just affect your overall outlook on life, it also shapes the decisions you make every day. Let's look at how a growth mindset can influence your approach to decision-making. When faced with a tough decision, a person with a fixed mindset might hesitate. They may worry about making the wrong choice or fear that failure will reflect poorly on them. Their decisions are often based on avoiding risk or failure, which can lead to missed opportunities. A person with a growth mindset, however, is more likely to approach decisions with a sense of curiosity and openness. They see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, so they're more willing to take risks and step outside their comfort zone. Their decisions are guided by the belief that they can handle whatever comes their way and that they'll grow stronger through the experience. For example, let's say you're considering switching careers. A person with a fixed mindset might be hesitant, afraid that they don't have the skills or experience required for the new job. But someone with a growth mindset would be more likely to embrace the challenge, confident in their ability to learn new skills and adapt to a new environment. Shifting to a growth mindset. The good news is that mindset is not set in stone. You have the power to change your mindset and cultivate a growth-oriented approach to life. Here are a few steps to help you shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Recognize and challenge your limiting beliefs. The first step is awareness. Pay attention to the thoughts that hold you back, whether it's the belief that you're not good enough or the fear of failure. Once you recognize these beliefs, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? Is there evidence that I can grow and improve? Embrace challenges. Don't shy away from difficult situations. Instead, view them as opportunities to expand your skills and knowledge. Take on challenges that push you out of your comfort zone. Learn from failure. When things don't go as planned, take a step back and analyze what happened. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I approach this differently next time? Instead of being discouraged, use failure as a chance to grow. Focus on effort, not just results. Understand that growth takes time. Celebrate the effort you put in, even if the results aren't immediate. Progress is often gradual, but every step forward counts. Surround yourself with positive influences. Spend time with people who have a growth mindset. Their attitude and approach will inspire you to adopt a similar outlook. Conclusion: your mindset is a powerful force that can either propel you forward or hold you back. By developing a growth mindset, you can unlock your true potential and create the life you desire. It's not about being perfect or always succeeding. It's about the belief that you can improve, learn, and adapt, no matter where you start. As you continue your journey, remember the power to change your mindset is in your hands. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to embrace the art of questioning, a key tool for developing critical thinking and expanding your mindset even further. Chapter 3. The Art of Questioning. Questions are the foundation of critical thinking. They unlock the doors to understanding, insight, and deeper learning. When you ask the right questions, you open yourself up to new perspectives and a broader range of possibilities. The art of questioning is not about asking a random set of questions, but about asking the right ones at the right time, with a clear intention to grow and learn. In this chapter, we'll explore how to master the art of questioning, how to frame questions that lead to valuable insights, and how asking better questions can transform your thinking and your life. Why questions matter. Think about the last time you encountered a problem or challenge. What did you do first? Most likely you asked yourself, what's going on here? Or how can I fix this? Those initial questions are the first steps toward finding a solution. Without them, you'd be lost, unsure of how to proceed or where to start. Questions drive curiosity and promote active engagement with the world around us. They help us gather information, analyze situations, and understand different perspectives. In many ways, asking the right question is more important than knowing the answer. The right question can lead to breakthroughs, new ideas, and a clearer path forward. For example, imagine you're facing a tough decision, like choosing between two job offers. Instead of asking, which one will make me more money, you might ask, which one aligns best with my long-term goals, or which one will give me the opportunity to grow and develop. These questions are more powerful because they help you focus on what truly matters to you, rather than just looking at short-term gains. The types of questions. There are several types of questions you can ask, and each serves a different purpose. Let's break down some of the most common types of questions that can help you in your quest for critical thinking and personal growth. Clarifying questions. These questions help you understand a situation better. They're useful when you're trying to grasp the details of a concept or problem. Example, what do you mean by that? Or can you explain that in more detail? These questions encourage others to elaborate, providing more context and insight. Probing questions. Probing questions go deeper. They encourage exploration and examination of underlying causes or assumptions. Example, why do you think that is? Or what led you to that conclusion? These questions push you to think critically and challenge assumptions, allowing you to explore different angles. Evaluative questions. Evaluative questions help you assess the quality or value of something. They're great for making decisions or judgments. Example, how does this compare to other options? Or what are the pros and cons of this approach? These questions help you weigh different factors and determine the best course of action. Hypothetical questions. Hypothetical questions encourage you to think about different scenarios or outcomes. Example, what would happen if we tried this instead? Or how might things change if we took a different approach? These questions allow you to explore possibilities and consider different options before making a decision. Reflective questions. Reflective questions prompt you to think about your own experiences, beliefs, and assumptions. Example, what would I have done differently in that situation? Or what did I learn from this experience? These questions encourage self-reflection and personal growth by helping you learn from past actions and decisions. How to ask better questions. Asking the right questions is a skill that can be developed over time. To improve your questioning ability, here are a few tips to guide you. Be curious, not judgmental. Curiosity is the driving force behind effective questioning. Approach each situation with an open mind, ready to learn and explore. Avoid jumping to conclusions or making judgments too quickly. Instead, focus on gathering information and understanding before forming an opinion. Ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions encourage deeper thought and reflection. They can't be answered with a simple yes or no. Instead of asking, "Did you like the movie?" ask, "What did you think about the movie?" This invites a more detailed response and promotes conversation. Focus on the why and how. Asking why and how questions helps you understand the reasoning behind something. These questions dig deeper into causes, motivations, and processes. Example, why is this important? Or how can we improve this situation? These questions push you to move beyond surface-level understanding and explore the deeper layers of an issue. Don't be afraid to challenge assumptions. Sometimes the questions that challenge our assumptions are the most powerful. We all have preconceived notions and biases, but questioning those beliefs can help us grow. Example, why do I believe this to be true? Is there evidence to support it? Or what if this assumption is wrong? These questions force you to examine your own thinking and open the door to new insights and perspectives. Ask what-if questions. What-if questions help you explore alternative solutions or perspectives. They encourage creative thinking and innovation. Example, what if we approached this problem from a different angle? Or what if we combine two ideas to create something new? These questions spark creativity and encourage you to think beyond the conventional. The role of questions in problem solving. When you're faced with a problem, the questions you ask can make all the difference in finding a solution. Let's take a look at how questioning can help you solve problems more effectively. Define the problem clearly. The first step in problem solving is understanding the problem itself. By asking clarifying questions, you can get a clear picture of the issue at hand. Example, what exactly is the problem? Or what are the main challenges we're facing? Once you understand the problem clearly, you can begin to find solutions that address it directly. Break down the problem into smaller parts. Many problems seem overwhelming at first. By asking probing questions, you can break the problem down into smaller, more manageable pieces. Example: what are the key factors contributing to this issue? Or what part of this problem can we solve first? This approach helps you focus on one aspect of the problem at a time, making it easier to find solutions. Generate possible solutions. Once the problem is broken down, you can use what-if and hypothetical questions to brainstorm possible solutions. Example: what if we tried this approach? Or what if we combined these two ideas? This opens up a wide range of possibilities and helps you think outside the box. Evaluate solutions and make decisions. Finally, evaluative questions help you assess the potential solutions and decide which one is best. Example: what are the pros and cons of each solution? Or which solution will have the most positive impact? This ensures that your decision is well thought out and grounded in rational analysis. The power of questions in personal growth. Mastering the art of questioning can be life-changing. Not only does it help you solve problems and make better decisions, but it also fosters personal growth. By asking reflective questions, you become more self-aware and gain a deeper understanding of your own motivations, desires, and goals. Ask yourself questions like, what do I really want in life? Or what's holding me back from achieving my goals? These questions challenge you to look inward and make positive changes in your life. Conclusion: the art of questioning is a key skill for personal growth and critical thinking. When you ask the right questions, you open the door to new insights, better decisions, and deeper understanding. As you practice asking more powerful questions, you'll find that your ability to think critically and creatively improves, and you'll be more equipped to navigate life's challenges. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to analyze information objectively, which will complement your questioning skills and help you make more informed, rational decisions. Chapter 4. Analyzing information objectively. In a world full of opinions, biases, and misinformation, the ability to analyze information objectively is more important than ever. Whether you're making decisions at work, considering a personal choice, or simply processing new information, the ability to evaluate things without bias can help you make smarter, more informed choices. In this chapter, we'll explore how to analyze information objectively. We'll discuss how to separate facts from opinions, identify biases, and develop a critical eye for evaluating information. By the end of this chapter, you'll be better equipped to filter through the noise and come to conclusions based on logic and evidence. What does objective analysis mean? Objective analysis means looking at a situation or set of facts in a neutral, unbiased way. It involves evaluating information without letting personal feelings, assumptions, or preconceived notions cloud your judgment. Instead of seeing things through the lens of what you want to believe or what aligns with your current opinions, objective analysis encourages you to look at the raw facts and assess them based on their true merits. For example, imagine you're reading an article about a political issue. A biased analysis might involve interpreting the information to support one political party while ignoring or misrepresenting facts that contradict your viewpoint. On the other hand, objective analysis would involve considering all the facts, weighing the evidence, and coming to an impartial conclusion based on logic and reason, rather than emotion or personal preference. The importance of objectivity in decision-making. Objectivity is a crucial skill when it comes to making decisions. The more objective you are, the more likely you are to base your decisions on facts rather than emotions, personal biases, or external pressures. When you approach decision-making objectively, you are more likely to choose the best possible course of action and avoid the pitfalls of rash or emotionally driven decisions. Consider an example from the business world. A company faces a dilemma about whether to launch a new product. One team member may be emotionally invested in the product and may let that bias cloud their judgment. However, if the team evaluates the product objectively, analyzing market data, customer feedback, and potential risks, they are more likely to make a decision based on evidence rather than personal attachment or emotion. Objectivity also helps you avoid the trap of confirmation bias, a cognitive bias where you favor information that confirms your existing beliefs while dismissing information that challenges them. By being objective, you can open your mind to new perspectives and avoid clinging to outdated or inaccurate ideas. The difference between facts and opinions. One of the first steps in objective analysis is distinguishing between facts and opinions. A fact is something that can be verified and proven to be true, such as the Earth orbits the Sun or water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. Facts are based on evidence and reality, and they remain true regardless of personal beliefs. An opinion, on the other hand, is a personal belief or judgment that may or may not be based on facts. Opinions are subjective and can vary widely from person to person. For example, I believe chocolate ice cream is the best flavor is an opinion. It's a personal preference, not an objective truth. When analyzing information, it's crucial to separate the two. While opinions can be valuable, they should not be mistaken for facts. When you're analyzing data, statements, or reports, be sure to focus on verifiable facts and avoid letting opinions shape your understanding unless they are supported by factual evidence. Identifying biases in information. We all have biases, preferences, or tendencies that influence our perception of information. Biases are shaped by our experiences, culture, upbringing, and even emotions. While it's impossible to eliminate all biases, the key to objective analysis is recognizing them and accounting for them. There are several types of bias to watch out for. Confirmation bias. This is the tendency to seek out information that confirms your pre-existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory evidence. For example, if you believe that a certain health trend is beneficial, you might selectively read articles that support that idea while dismissing any research that contradicts it. Anchoring bias. This occurs when you rely too heavily on the first piece of information you encounter, the anchor, even if subsequent information may suggest otherwise. For example, if you hear that a product costs $100, you might perceive a similar product priced at $80 as a great deal, even if the $80 product is actually of lower quality. Availability bias. This happens when you give too much weight to information that is easily available or memorable. For example, if you've recently heard about a plane crash on the news, you might irrationally fear flying, even though statistically flying is much safer than driving. Bandwagon effect. This bias occurs when you adopt a belief or opinion simply because others hold that belief. If everyone around you is talking about how great a particular movie is, you may feel pressured to agree, even if you haven't seen the movie yourself. To avoid these biases, it's essential to approach information with an open mind. Always ask yourself, am I considering all the facts? Are there any biases affecting my judgment? Steps to analyzing information objectively. Now that we've explored the importance of objectivity and the potential biases we need to watch out for, let's discuss some steps you can take to analyze information objectively. Gather all relevant information. The first step in objective analysis is to gather as much relevant information as possible. Be thorough in your research. Don't just rely on one source. Look at different perspectives and data points. For example, if you're considering buying a new car, don't just look at one review site. Check several to get a well-rounded view. Check the source. Consider where the information is coming from. Is the source credible? Is it an expert in the field? Are there any potential conflicts of interest? For example, if you're reading an article about the benefits of a certain diet, check the author's qualifications. Are they a nutritionist or a doctor, or are they just someone sharing personal opinions? Look for evidence. A good piece of information is backed by evidence. When you read a claim, ask yourself, what evidence supports this? Is the evidence strong, reliable, and verifiable? For example, if a news report says that a certain country's economy is growing, look for data such as GDP growth rates or employment statistics to back up the claim. Consider multiple perspectives to avoid bias. It's essential to consider multiple viewpoints. Read articles from different sources, talk to different people, and try to see the issue from different angles. The more perspectives you consider, the more objective your analysis will be. Ask critical questions as you analyze information. Ask yourself critical questions. What's missing from this? What's the bigger picture? What are the long-term consequences? By questioning the information, you help ensure that you're not accepting things at face value. Make a well-informed judgment. After gathering all the information, weighing the evidence, and considering different perspectives, it's time to make a judgment. Ensure that your conclusion is based on logic, facts, and careful analysis rather than emotions, assumptions, or biases. Real-world example: objective analysis in action. Let's look at a real-world example to see how objective analysis works in practice. Imagine you're buying a house. There's a property you're interested in, but you know there are other options in the same area. You could be influenced by how much you like the house's design or location, but an objective analysis would involve comparing prices of similar homes in the area. Reviewing the home's condition, for example, age, any needed repairs. Checking the neighborhood's safety, schools, and amenities. Considering long-term financial factors like property taxes and future growth potential. By gathering all the facts and evaluating the house objectively, you can make a decision that aligns with your needs and goals. Conclusion: analyzing information objectively is a critical skill in today's information-rich world. It allows you to make well-informed decisions, avoid biases, and think more clearly. By distinguishing between facts and opinions, recognizing biases, and following a structured approach to analysis, you'll be better equipped to navigate complex situations and arrive at logical, thoughtful conclusions. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to identify and overcome cognitive biases, which will further refine your ability to think critically and objectively. Chapter 5. Identifying cognitive biases. Cognitive biases are the mental shortcuts our brains use to process information quickly. These shortcuts are a result of our brain's natural tendency to simplify complex problems and make decisions more efficiently. While these biases can help us navigate the world, they can also lead to flawed thinking, misjudgments, and poor decision-making. In this chapter, we'll explore some of the most common cognitive biases, how they influence our thinking, and how to identify and overcome them. By becoming aware of these biases, you can begin to think more critically and make decisions that are based on logic, not flawed patterns of thought. What are cognitive biases? Cognitive biases are systematic errors in thinking that affect our decisions and judgments. These biases occur because our brains rely on shortcuts, often called heuristics, to process information more quickly. While these shortcuts can be helpful in some situations, they can also cause us to overlook important details, ignore evidence, or draw conclusions that aren't supported by facts. For example, when you make a snap judgment about a person based on their appearance, you are likely influenced by the halo effect, a cognitive bias where you assume a person's overall character based on one specific trait. This kind of bias can distort our understanding of situations and lead to decisions that are not fully rational. Cognitive biases are pervasive, affecting all areas of life, from personal relationships to professional decisions. Recognizing and addressing these biases is essential for improving critical thinking and making more informed, objective choices. Common cognitive biases and their effects. Let's take a closer look at some of the most common cognitive biases and how they can influence our thinking. 1. Confirmation bias. What it is. Confirmation bias is the tendency to search for, interpret, and remember information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses while ignoring evidence that contradicts them. Example: if you believe that a certain diet is the best, you might only read articles and watch videos that support that belief, while dismissing studies or opinions that suggest otherwise. This bias limits your ability to consider alternative viewpoints and can prevent you from making well-rounded decisions. How it affects us. Confirmation bias can keep us stuck in outdated beliefs and prevent us from considering new or opposing evidence that could lead to better outcomes. 2. Anchoring bias. What it is. Anchoring bias occurs when we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we encounter, the anchor, when making decisions. Example, if you're shopping for a new phone and the first one you see costs $1,000, any phone you see afterward that costs $800 may seem like a bargain, even if it's still overpriced compared to similar models. The initial price creates an anchor in your mind, affecting how you evaluate subsequent options. How it affects us. Anchoring bias can lead to poor decisions because we give too much weight to the initial information, regardless of its relevance or accuracy. 3. Availability bias. What it is. Availability bias happens when we overestimate the likelihood of events based on how easily examples come to mind. Example, if you frequently hear about plane crashes in the news, you might develop a fear of flying, even though statistics show that flying is much safer than driving. The more memorable the event, the more likely we are to perceive it as common or probable. How it affects us. Availability bias can cause us to make irrational decisions based on vivid or easily recalled information, rather than on accurate data or statistical likelihoods. 4. Overconfidence bias. What it is. Overconfidence bias occurs when we overestimate our own abilities, knowledge, or predictions, often leading to overly optimistic expectations or decisions. Example, a person may believe they can successfully complete a challenging project within a week, despite having no prior experience with similar tasks. Their overconfidence in their abilities may lead them to underestimate the time and resources needed to finish the job. How it affects us. Overconfidence bias can lead to risky decisions, poor planning, and eventual failure because we fail to accurately assess our own limitations. 5. Hindsight bias. What it is. Hindsight bias is the tendency to see events as having been predictable after they've already happened. It's often described as the "I knew it all along" effect. Example, after a company's stock price drops significantly, people may claim that the decline was obvious, even though at the time no one predicted it. Once the outcome is known, it seems like it could have been anticipated. How it affects us. Hindsight bias distorts our perception of past events, making it harder to learn from mistakes and evaluate situations objectively. 6. Bandwagon effect. What it is. The bandwagon effect is the tendency to adopt beliefs, opinions, or behaviors because others are doing so rather than forming our own independent judgment. Example, if everyone at your workplace starts using a particular productivity tool, you might start using it too, even if you haven't researched it thoroughly or aren't convinced it will be helpful. You might simply follow the crowd because it seems popular. How it affects us. The bandwagon effect can lead to conformity and groupthink, preventing us from making decisions that are in our best interest or aligned with our personal goals. 7. Sunk cost fallacy. What it is. The sunk cost fallacy occurs when we continue investing in a decision because of the resources, time, money, effort we've already invested, rather than evaluating the situation based on current or future value. Example, if you've already spent a significant amount of money repairing an old car, you may continue sinking money into it, even though buying a new car would be a better long-term decision. How it affects us. The sunk cost fallacy leads us to make decisions based on past investments instead of focusing on the present and future outcomes. 8. Self-serving bias. What it is. Self-serving bias occurs when we attribute our successes to our own abilities and efforts but blame our failures on external factors beyond our control. Example, if you get a promotion at work, you may attribute it to your hard work and skills. But if you miss out on a promotion, you might blame it on office politics or favoritism rather than acknowledging areas where you could improve. How it affects us. Self-serving bias can hinder personal growth by preventing us from taking responsibility for our mistakes and learning from them. How to overcome cognitive bias. Being aware of cognitive biases is the first step in overcoming them. Here are some practical strategies to minimize their impact on your thinking. Slow down and reflect. Many biases are the result of quick, automatic thinking. By taking a moment to pause, reflect, and reconsider your initial thoughts, you can make more thoughtful, rational decisions. Seek diverse perspectives. Challenge your assumptions by seeking out different viewpoints. The more diverse the perspectives you consider, the less likely you are to fall victim to biases like confirmation bias or the bandwagon effect. Question your beliefs. When you feel strongly about something, take a step back and ask yourself, why do I believe this? What evidence supports it? This can help you avoid confirmation bias and overconfidence. Use data and evidence. Rely on objective data and factual evidence rather than intuition or gut feeling. This approach can help you minimize the impact of biases like anchoring or availability bias. Accept mistakes and learn from them. When you recognize that you've made a biased decision, don't be hard on yourself. Instead, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Analyzing past decisions can help you avoid making the same mistakes in the future. Real-world example: cognitive biases in action. Let's consider an example of how cognitive biases can impact decision-making. Imagine you are considering whether to invest in a stock. You've heard a lot of positive news about the company and it's been performing well recently. However, you might be influenced by confirmation bias, selectively seeking out positive news stories and ignoring negative reports that could affect the stock's future performance. Similarly, you could fall victim to anchoring bias, focusing too heavily on the stock's recent performance and failing to consider long-term factors that could impact its value. By recognizing these biases, you can take a more balanced approach, looking at the full range of data and making a decision that is more likely to lead to positive outcomes. Conclusion: cognitive biases are a natural part of human thinking, but they can lead us astray if we aren't careful. By becoming aware of common biases like confirmation bias and the sunk cost fallacy, we can begin to think more objectively and make decisions that are based on facts rather than flawed patterns of thought. In the next chapter, we'll explore creative problem-solving techniques that will help you apply critical thinking to real-world challenges, further enhancing your ability to navigate life with clarity and confidence. Chapter 6: Creative Problem Solving. Creative problem solving is the ability to approach challenges in innovative and unconventional ways. It's the process of thinking outside the box to generate new solutions to old problems. Whether you're trying to solve a personal issue, tackle a work challenge, or come up with a solution for a complex problem, creativity in problem solving can help you find unexpected solutions that others may overlook. In this chapter, we will explore what creative problem solving is, why it's important, and how you can develop and apply creative thinking to your everyday life. By the end, you will have practical tools to tackle any challenge with a fresh perspective. What is creative problem solving? Creative problem solving is not just about coming up with out-of-the-box ideas. It's about applying creativity to find practical solutions to real-world issues. It's the ability to think divergently, thinking in multiple directions at once, rather than convergently, which means focusing on only one solution. Creative problem solving involves seeing problems from different angles, considering alternatives, and trying new approaches until you find the best solution. This process isn't just for artists or inventors. It's a valuable skill for anyone, whether you're a manager looking for ways to improve productivity, or an individual trying to make sense of a personal dilemma. For example, let's say you're working on a project that's behind schedule. A traditional approach might involve working longer hours or assigning more staff. But creative problem solving might lead you to explore different alternatives, such as rethinking the project timeline, breaking the project into smaller tasks, or even involving a new team with fresh perspectives. The goal is to come up with a solution that is both practical and effective. Why creative problem solving matters. Creative problem solving is crucial for success in today's fast-paced world. In nearly every field, from business to technology, education to healthcare, the ability to solve problems creatively can set you apart from others. It allows you to innovate, adapt, and thrive in environments that are constantly changing. Adaptation in a changing world. Our world is evolving rapidly, and problems are becoming more complex. The ability to solve problems creatively helps you stay relevant in an ever-changing environment. For instance, during a global crisis, businesses that could creatively adapt their services to meet new demands survived, while others that stuck to old methods struggled. Innovation and growth. Creativity in problem-solving fosters innovation. It helps you break free from conventional ways of thinking and come up with new ideas that can drive growth, whether for your career, business, or personal life. Think about companies like Apple and Tesla, whose success is based on the ability to think creatively and solve problems in ways no one had previously imagined. Increased confidence. The more you practice creative problem solving, the more confident you become in your ability to tackle any challenge. It boosts your problem-solving skills and makes you feel empowered to handle tough situations with ease. The creative problem-solving process. Creative problem-solving involves a series of steps that allow you to explore a problem, generate ideas, and evaluate solutions. Let's break down this process into clear steps. 1. Define the problem. The first step in creative problem-solving is clearly defining the problem you need to solve. While this might sound simple, it's often one of the most important steps. If you don't clearly understand the problem, you might end up solving the wrong issue. Example: if you're struggling with a time management problem at work, don't just say, "I don't have enough time." Instead, define the problem more clearly. "I'm spending too much time on tasks that are not essential to my main goals." This step involves asking questions like, what is the problem I'm trying to solve, and what is the core issue? By asking these types of questions, you ensure that you focus your efforts on the right aspects of the challenge. 2. Research and gather information. Once you've defined the problem, the next step is to gather as much information as possible. The more information you have, the more solutions you can explore. This could involve research, talking to others, or simply reflecting on the issue yourself. Example: if you're trying to solve a work-related problem, gather data about the specific challenge. Talk to colleagues to get their perspectives, and look at any reports or documents that might provide insights. This stage helps you gain a deeper understanding of the problem and opens up new avenues for creative thinking. You might uncover details you didn't consider before, or discover underlying issues that you hadn't initially noticed. 3. Generate ideas. The next step is to generate as many ideas as possible. At this point, there are no bad ideas. Your goal is to come up with as many solutions as you can, no matter how unusual they may seem. Example: if you're working on a project that's falling behind, brainstorm all possible solutions. Perhaps it's reorganizing the team, changing the project structure, working with new technologies, or even approaching the problem from a completely different angle. Use brainstorming techniques like mind mapping, free writing, or simply thinking through the problem without self-censorship. Let your ideas flow freely during this phase. 4. Evaluate and refine ideas. Once you have a list of potential solutions, the next step is to evaluate and refine them. Which ideas are feasible? Which ones seem to have the most potential? Which solutions are realistic, and which ones might be too complex or costly to implement? Example: after brainstorming potential solutions to a project delay, you might evaluate each idea based on resources, time constraints, and team capabilities. This allows you to narrow down your ideas to the ones that are most practical. At this stage, it's also important to challenge your ideas and look for ways to improve them. Can you combine two ideas into a single better solution? Are there ways to make the solution simpler or more efficient? 5. Implement the solution. After refining your ideas, it's time to put your solution into action. Implementation can take various forms depending on the situation. It could mean rolling out a new process, making a decision, or taking a direct action to resolve the issue. Example: if the solution to your time management issue is reorganizing your daily tasks, start by creating a new schedule and following through with it. Monitor your progress and adjust the plan as necessary. The key is to take decisive action. Don't overthink or delay. It's better to implement and adjust than to stay stuck in analysis paralysis. 6. Review and reflect. Once the solution is implemented, it's important to evaluate its effectiveness. Did the solution work as expected? What did you learn from the process? Are there any improvements you could make going forward? Example: after implementing a new approach to time management at work, review the results after a few weeks. Are you meeting deadlines better? Do you feel more productive? Use this feedback to tweak your approach and make it even more effective. This step encourages continuous improvement and learning, which is essential for growing your problem-solving skills over time. Techniques to boost creative problem-solving. While the creative problem-solving process is important, there are also specific techniques you can use to enhance your creativity. Here are a few strategies that can help you think more creatively. Change your environment. Sometimes, simply changing your surroundings can help spark new ideas. Take a walk, rearrange your workspace, or work in a different location to get your creative juices flowing. Use analogies. Comparing your problem to something else can open up new perspectives. For example, if you're stuck in a creative block, think about how an artist would approach the problem or how someone from a different field might tackle it. Reverse thinking. Try thinking about the problem in reverse. Instead of asking, "How can I solve this?" ask, "How could I make this problem worse?" Sometimes, flipping the problem around can reveal new solutions. Collaborate with others. 2 or more heads are often better than 1. Talking to others can give you fresh insights, new ideas, and a different perspective on the problem. Conclusion: creative problem solving is a valuable skill that empowers you to tackle challenges in innovative ways. It's about thinking divergently, generating new ideas, and being open to solutions that others might not see. By following the creative problem-solving process, you can tackle any challenge with confidence and come up with practical solutions that are both effective and innovative. In the next chapter, we'll explore the role of logic in decision-making, which will complement your creative thinking and help you make sound, rational decisions in complex situations. Chapter 7. The role of logic in decision-making. Logic is the backbone of sound decision-making. It provides a clear, structured approach to evaluating situations, weighing evidence, and drawing conclusions. While creativity allows you to think outside the box, logic helps ensure that your ideas and decisions are grounded in reason. In this chapter, we'll explore the essential role that logic plays in decision-making, how to apply logical reasoning to complex problems, and how it complements creative thinking in achieving effective outcomes. What is logic? At its core, logic is the process of reasoning in a structured, consistent way to arrive at conclusions. It's about following a clear set of rules and principles to assess information, evaluate options, and make decisions. Logic isn't about feeling or intuition. It's about clarity, consistency, and rational thinking. Think of logic as the foundation of a well-built house. While creative thinking might come up with ideas for the design, logic ensures that the structure is solid, functional, and reliable. When making decisions, applying logic helps you focus on the facts and avoid being swayed by emotions, biases, or irrational thoughts. Why logic matters in decision-making. Logic is vital in decision-making because it helps you make more objective, rational, and well-informed choices. In a world filled with uncertainty, emotions, and competing interests, applying logic can help you cut through the noise and make decisions based on clear, evidence-based reasoning. Clarity and focus. Logic helps you break down complex problems into smaller, manageable parts. It helps you focus on relevant information while disregarding irrelevant details. For example, when facing a financial decision, logical reasoning helps you focus on factors like cost, benefit, and long-term impact, rather than being distracted by emotions or external pressures. Consistency. Logical reasoning ensures that you apply consistent principles when making decisions. Whether you are making a decision about a business strategy or a personal life choice, logic helps you approach each situation in a similar manner, using the same set of rules and evaluation criteria. Evidence-based decisions. Logic helps you prioritize facts over assumptions. In decision-making, the best conclusions are often the ones that are supported by solid evidence. Logic ensures that decisions are grounded in reality rather than speculation. Minimizing errors and biases. Human thinking is prone to various cognitive biases, such as confirmation bias, anchoring, and availability bias. Logic helps you minimize these biases by requiring you to evaluate options and evidence systematically. By focusing on the facts and analyzing them critically, you can make more objective decisions. Types of logical reasoning. Logical reasoning can be broken down into different types, each of which plays an important role in decision-making. Let's take a closer look at some of the most important types of logical reasoning. 1. Deductive reasoning. What it is. Deductive reasoning starts with a general premise and applies it to a specific situation to reach a conclusion. If the premise is true and the reasoning is valid, the conclusion must also be true. Example: all humans are mortal. Premise: Socrates is a human-specific case. Therefore, Socrates is mortal. Conclusion: how it helps in decision-making. Deductive reasoning provides a strong foundation for making decisions because it moves from general principles to specific conclusions. It ensures that conclusions are logically sound and consistent with the evidence provided. 2. Inductive reasoning. What it is. Inductive reasoning works the opposite way. It involves making generalizations based on specific observations or patterns. While deductive reasoning leads to certain conclusions, inductive reasoning only suggests likely conclusions based on the available evidence. Example: every time I've gone to the beach, it's been sunny. Observation: therefore, it is likely that the next time I go to the beach, it will be sunny as well. Generalization: how it helps in decision-making. Inductive reasoning helps you make decisions when certainty is not possible. It allows you to evaluate options based on trends, patterns, and probabilities. It's useful when you need to make decisions in situations where you don't have all the facts, but you can still make an educated guess based on available evidence. 3. Abductive reasoning. What it is. Deductive reasoning is the process of finding the most likely explanation for a set of observations. It involves inferring the best possible explanation based on the evidence, even though the conclusion is not guaranteed. Example: if you walk into a room and find your favorite book on the floor with the cover bent, you might infer that your dog knocked it over based on the evidence, the book on the floor, and the dog's tendency to do so. How it helps in decision-making. Abductive reasoning is especially useful when there's incomplete information or when you need to make decisions based on the best available explanation. It helps you weigh different possible outcomes and select the one that seems most plausible. Applying logic to decision-making. Now that we understand the different types of logical reasoning, let's look at how to apply logic in real-world decision-making. The process involves breaking down the problem, gathering evidence, evaluating options, and drawing a conclusion based on sound reasoning. 1. Define the problem clearly. The first step in applying logic to decision-making is to define the problem clearly. Be specific about what you are trying to solve. Without a clear understanding of the problem, it's difficult to make an effective decision. Example: you need to decide whether to invest in a new business venture. Clearly define the problem by asking, what are the potential benefits and risks of this investment? 2. Gather relevant information. Once the problem is defined, gather all the relevant information. This could involve researching options, speaking to experts, or reviewing data. Logical decision-making requires that you base your conclusion on solid evidence, not on assumptions or incomplete information. Example: in the case of a business investment, gather financial reports, market trends, and insights from industry experts. 3. Evaluate options using logical frameworks. Once you have all the relevant information, evaluate the possible options using logical frameworks. You can use decision trees, pros and cons lists, or cost-benefit analyses to systematically assess each option and its potential outcomes. Example: you can use a decision tree to explore the possible outcomes of the business investment, considering factors like market growth, competition, and your ability to manage the venture. 4. Make the decision based on reasoning. After evaluating the options, draw a conclusion based on logical reasoning. Use deductive, inductive, or abductive reasoning, depending on the situation. Ensure that your conclusion is based on evidence and follows logically from the information you've gathered. Example: based on your analysis of the business venture's potential risks and rewards, decide whether the investment is likely to yield positive results. Use your logical reasoning to justify your decision. 5. Review and adjust if necessary. After making the decision, review the results and adjust your approach if needed. If the decision leads to unexpected outcomes, use logical reasoning to identify areas for improvement and refine your approach. Example: after investing in the business, if the results are not as expected, analyze the data and adjust your strategy based on new insights. Combining logic with creativity. While logic is essential for rational decision-making, creativity also plays an important role in generating innovative solutions. Creative thinking helps you consider unconventional options and think outside the box, while logic ensures that your ideas are practical and grounded in reality. For example, when solving a business problem, you might come up with a creative idea to increase sales through a new marketing strategy. Logic helps you assess the feasibility of the idea, determine the resources required, and ensure that it's aligned with your overall business goals. By combining both creative and logical thinking, you can make decisions that are both innovative and well-founded. Conclusion: logic is a powerful tool that helps you make decisions based on reason, evidence, and sound reasoning. By applying logical frameworks to problem solving, you can evaluate options more objectively and minimize the influence of biases and emotions. Whether you are making personal decisions or tackling complex challenges at work, logic ensures that your choices are grounded in reality and aligned with your goals. In the next chapter, we will explore the importance of building mental resilience, which will further support your ability to make sound decisions, even under pressure. Chapter 8. Building Mental Resilience. Mental resilience is the ability to adapt to difficult situations, overcome challenges, and bounce back from setbacks. It's the mental strength that helps you stay calm and focused when things don't go as planned. Life is unpredictable, and we all face obstacles. However, the way we respond to those obstacles can make all the difference between growth and stagnation. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of mental resilience, how to build it, and practical strategies to strengthen your mental toughness. By the end, you'll have the tools and mindset to face adversity with confidence and emerge stronger from challenges. What is mental resilience? Mental resilience isn't about avoiding stress or hardship. It's about learning how to cope with life's challenges effectively. Resilient individuals are not immune to stress or difficulty. Instead, they have developed the capacity to respond to difficult situations with a positive and proactive mindset. They recover quickly from setbacks, maintain their focus, and use challenges as opportunities for growth. Think of mental resilience as a muscle. The more you work on strengthening it, the more robust it becomes. Like any muscle, building resilience requires consistent practice, patience, and commitment. Why mental resilience matters. In today's fast-paced, often stressful world, mental resilience is more important than ever. Whether you're dealing with personal struggles, professional challenges, or unexpected life changes, your ability to stay resilient will determine how well you cope and how quickly you recover. Helps you cope with stress. Resilience is essential for managing stress. Life's challenges, big or small, can cause stress. A resilient mind helps you face these situations with clarity, staying calm under pressure rather than feeling overwhelmed. Promotes personal growth. Resilience is not just about surviving difficult situations, it's about growing stronger as a result. When you learn to navigate adversity, you expand your comfort zone and increase your capacity for future challenges. Resilience turns obstacles into stepping stones for progress. Improves well-being. Resilient individuals tend to have better mental and emotional well-being. They are less likely to fall into destructive thought patterns like rumination, and they are more likely to engage in proactive behaviors that improve their well-being. Developing resilience can lead to greater overall life satisfaction, enhances problem-solving skills. Building resilience helps you think more clearly when faced with problems. Instead of getting stuck in negative emotions, you learn to approach challenges with a solutions-focused mindset. This ability to stay focused and think critically allows you to find effective ways to resolve issues. The key components of mental resilience. Building mental resilience involves several key components which work together to help you handle stress, recover from setbacks, and grow stronger through challenges. 1. Self-awareness. What it is. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. It's about knowing how you typically react to stress and challenges and being mindful of your reactions. How it helps build resilience. Self-awareness helps you recognize when you're under stress or feeling overwhelmed, allowing you to address these emotions before they escalate. By understanding your triggers, you can develop healthier coping mechanisms and manage your emotions more effectively. 2. Optimism. What it is. Optimism is the ability to maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of adversity. It's not about ignoring difficulties, but about focusing on the possibility of positive outcomes, even when things seem tough. How it helps build resilience. An optimistic mindset helps you maintain hope during challenging times. It encourages you to look for opportunities for growth and to stay focused on potential solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Optimism helps you stay motivated and hopeful, even in the face of setbacks. 3. Emotional regulation. What it is. Emotional regulation is the ability to manage and control your emotional responses, particularly in stressful situations. Instead of reacting impulsively, resilient individuals are able to pause, reflect, and respond in a balanced way. How it helps build resilience. Emotional regulation helps you stay calm and composed when faced with challenges. By managing your emotions, you can make more thoughtful decisions, avoid rash actions, and maintain your focus on long-term goals. Emotional regulation prevents stress and anxiety from taking over your mindset. 4. Self-compassion. What it is. Self-compassion is the practice of treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during times of failure or difficulty. It involves acknowledging that setbacks are part of the human experience and giving yourself grace during tough times. How it helps build resilience. When you practice self-compassion, you're less likely to be overly critical of yourself when things don't go as planned. Instead of beating yourself up, you acknowledge your feelings and take steps to learn from the experience. Self-compassion helps you bounce back from failure and move forward with confidence. 5. Social support. What it is. Social support refers to the network of relationships that provide emotional, practical, and moral support during difficult times. Having a strong support system is crucial for building resilience. How it helps build resilience. When you have people to lean on during stressful times, you're better equipped to cope with challenges. Support from friends, family, or colleagues can provide encouragement, perspective, and advice, making it easier to navigate difficulties and recover from setbacks. Strategies for building mental resilience. Building mental resilience is a continuous process. It takes time, practice, and a commitment to personal growth. Here are some strategies you can use to strengthen your resilience over time. 1. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being present and fully engaged in the current moment without judgment. Regular mindfulness practice, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, can help reduce stress, improve emotional regulation, and increase self-awareness. How it helps resilience. Mindfulness helps you stay calm under pressure and prevents negative emotions from spiraling out of control. It allows you to approach challenges with a clear, focused mind. 2. Set realistic goals. Setting achievable, realistic goals is crucial for maintaining motivation and building resilience. Break larger tasks into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate your progress along the way. How it helps resilience. When you set goals that are attainable, you reduce feelings of overwhelm and frustration. Achieving small milestones boosts your confidence and strengthens your resilience to tackle bigger challenges. 3. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Resilience is built through experience, including failure. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as an opportunity to learn and grow. When things don't go as planned, take a step back and ask, what can I learn from this? How it helps resilience. Viewing failure as a learning opportunity helps you bounce back faster. You develop a growth mindset, recognizing that every setback is a chance to build your skills and improve your approach. 4. Cultivate a positive support system. Surround yourself with positive, supportive individuals who uplift and encourage you. Whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, having a strong network of support can help you navigate difficult times. How it helps resilience. A positive support system provides emotional strength and perspective during challenging times. When you have people who believe in you, you're more likely to remain resilient in the face of adversity. 5. Focus on what you can control. In times of stress, focus on the aspects of the situation that you can control. Let go of what's outside your control and invest your energy into the things you can influence. How it helps resilience. Focusing on what you can control empowers you to take action, reduce anxiety, and move forward. It helps you regain a sense of agency and control over your circumstances. Real-world example, mental resilience in action. Consider the story of a professional athlete who faces a career-threatening injury. While the injury itself is out of their control, the athlete's resilience determines how they recover and move forward. By practicing self-compassion, seeking support from teammates, and focusing on rehabilitation goals, they can bounce back stronger than before. Their mindset, focused on learning from the experience and growing through adversity, helps them overcome the challenge and return to peak performance. Conclusion. Building mental resilience is essential for overcoming life's challenges and achieving long-term success. By developing self-awareness, maintaining optimism, regulating emotions, practicing self-compassion, and seeking social support, you can strengthen your resilience and face adversity with confidence. Remember, resilience is a skill that can be built over time, and every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. In the next chapter, we'll explore the connection between emotional intelligence and resilience, and how building both can enhance your ability to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and strength. Chapter 9. Developing Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, as well as the ability to recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of others. It's the skill that allows us to navigate the complexities of social interactions, manage stress, build strong relationships, and make better decisions. In this chapter, we will explore the 5 key components of emotional intelligence, the importance of EI in personal and professional growth, and practical strategies to develop and enhance emotional intelligence. By the end of this chapter, you will have the tools to better understand and manage your emotions, improve your interactions with others, and foster stronger, more fulfilling relationships. The 5 components of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is made up of 5 key components that work together to help us understand and manage emotions effectively. Let's break them down. 1. Self-awareness. What it is. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. It's about being in tune with how you feel, why you feel that way, and how your emotions influence your actions. How it helps. Self-awareness helps you make more conscious decisions, rather than reacting impulsively to emotions. It allows you to understand your emotional triggers, which can help you manage stress and respond thoughtfully to challenging situations. Example. If you feel frustrated in a meeting, self-awareness allows you to recognize that emotion and understand why it's happening. Instead of acting out of frustration, you can pause and decide how to respond in a calm and constructive way. 2. Self-regulation. What it is. Self-regulation is the ability to manage and control your emotions, particularly in stressful or challenging situations. It's about being able to pause before reacting and choosing how to express emotions in a healthy way. How it helps. Self-regulation allows you to stay calm under pressure, prevent emotional outbursts, and maintain control of your actions. It helps you think before acting and prevents negative emotions from influencing your behavior. Example. If you're feeling angry during a difficult conversation, self-regulation enables you to pause, take a deep breath, and respond with empathy and understanding, rather than reacting impulsively and saying something you might regret later. 3. Motivation. What it is. Motivation, in emotional intelligence, refers to the ability to stay driven, focused, and optimistic, even when faced with obstacles. It's about having a strong inner drive to achieve your goals regardless of challenges. How it helps. Motivation fuels your persistence and resilience. It helps you stay committed to your goals, even when the road gets tough, and it encourages you to maintain a positive attitude, even in the face of setbacks. Example: if you're working on a challenging project, motivation helps you push through obstacles and keep working towards your goal, even when things don't go as planned. It keeps you focused on the bigger picture and motivates you to keep going despite difficulties. 4. Empathy. What it is. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It involves putting yourself in someone else's shoes, recognizing their emotions, and responding with care and understanding. How it helps. Empathy helps you build strong relationships, communicate effectively, and resolve conflicts. It allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, understand their needs, and respond in a compassionate way. Example: if a friend is going through a tough time, empathy allows you to listen attentively, understand their feelings, and offer support. It's not about fixing the problem, but about showing that you care and truly understand what they are going through. 5. Social skills. What it is. Social skills are the abilities we use to build and maintain relationships, communicate effectively, and navigate social situations. This includes skills such as active listening, conflict resolution, and cooperation. How it helps. Strong social skills enable you to interact with others effectively, whether in personal relationships or professional settings. They help you build trust, resolve disagreements, and work well with others to achieve common goals. Example: if you're working on a team project, social skills help you communicate your ideas clearly, listen to others' perspectives, and collaborate to find solutions. They allow you to maintain positive relationships and work towards shared objectives. The importance of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a key predictor of success in many areas of life, including personal relationships, professional achievements, and overall well-being. Let's take a closer look at why emotional intelligence is so important. Improved relationships. People with high emotional intelligence are better able to connect with others, understand their needs, and respond in supportive ways. Whether at home, at work, or in social settings, emotional intelligence fosters deeper, more meaningful relationships. Better communication. Emotional intelligence helps you communicate more effectively by understanding not only your own emotions but also the emotions of others. It allows you to express yourself clearly and listen empathetically, which reduces misunderstandings and enhances communication. Increased resilience. Emotional intelligence enhances your ability to cope with adversity. By managing your emotions and staying motivated, you are better equipped to handle stress, setbacks, and challenges without being overwhelmed by negative emotions. Stronger leadership. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are more effective in managing teams, inspiring others, and resolving conflicts. They can motivate and empathize with their team members, which builds trust, loyalty, and a positive work environment. Personal growth. Emotional intelligence promotes self-awareness and self-regulation, which are essential for personal growth. By understanding your emotions and motivations, you can make more intentional decisions, grow from experiences, and build a healthier, more balanced life. Developing emotional intelligence. While some people are naturally more emotionally intelligent than others, emotional intelligence can be developed and strengthened over time. Here are some practical strategies to enhance your emotional intelligence. Practice. Self-reflection. Take time each day to reflect on your emotions and reactions. Ask yourself questions like, how did I feel today? What triggered those feelings? How did I respond? This practice of self-reflection helps you build self-awareness and better understand your emotional patterns. 2. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, can help you become more aware of your emotions and reactions in real time. These practices improve your ability to regulate your emotions and stay calm under stress. 3. Learn to manage stress. Stress management is a key aspect of emotional intelligence. By learning techniques like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or engaging in physical activity, you can manage stress more effectively and prevent it from affecting your emotional state. 4. Enhance your listening skills. Active listening is essential for empathy and effective communication. Practice truly listening to others without interrupting or judging. Focus on understanding their emotions and perspectives rather than just waiting for your turn to speak. 5. Develop conflict resolution skills. Conflicts are inevitable, but how you handle them can make all the difference. Practice approaching conflicts with empathy and a solutions-focused mindset. Stay calm, listen actively, and seek to understand the other person's viewpoint before expressing your own. 6. Build your social network. Cultivate relationships with people who support and challenge you. Surrounding yourself with emotionally intelligent individuals can inspire and encourage your own growth in this area. Additionally, positive relationships provide emotional support when you need it most. 7. Seek feedback and learn from others. Ask for feedback from trusted friends, family, or colleagues on how you handle emotions and relationships. Constructive feedback can help you identify areas for improvement and strengthen your emotional intelligence. Real-world example: emotional intelligence in action. Consider a manager who has a team member struggling with performance. Instead of reacting harshly or reprimanding them, the manager uses empathy and social skills to have a conversation. They ask the team member how they're feeling, listen to their concerns, and collaborate on a solution to improve performance. By responding with emotional intelligence, the manager not only resolves the issue effectively, but also strengthens the relationship with the team member and fosters a positive work environment. Conclusion: developing emotional intelligence is essential for personal and professional growth. By strengthening self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills, you can improve your relationships, enhance your communication, and navigate life's challenges with greater resilience. Emotional intelligence is not just about understanding your own emotions. It's about understanding others and using that awareness to build stronger connections and create positive outcomes. In the next chapter, we will explore the power of reflection and how taking time to reflect on your experiences can help you continue to grow and improve. Chapter 10. The Power of Reflection. Reflection is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth and development. It allows you to pause, take a step back, and examine your experiences, thoughts, and emotions. Through reflection, you can gain deeper insights into yourself, understand your actions, and make better decisions moving forward. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of reflection, how it enhances self-awareness, and practical ways to integrate reflective practices into your daily life. By the end of this chapter, you will have a clearer understanding of how reflection can help you improve your decision-making, learn from experiences, and continue to grow as a person. Why reflection matters. Reflection is about more than just looking back at the past. It's about learning from it. When we reflect on our experiences, we take the time to analyze what worked well, what didn't, and why. This process helps us identify patterns in our behavior, thoughts, and emotions, which ultimately empowers us to make better choices in the future. Enhances self-awareness. Reflection is a key practice for developing self-awareness. By reflecting on your actions and experiences, you become more attuned to your strengths, weaknesses, and emotional triggers. This awareness allows you to make intentional, mindful decisions instead of reacting automatically. Promotes learning and growth. Every experience, whether positive or negative, offers valuable lessons. Reflection helps you extract those lessons and use them to improve your future behavior. Without reflection, we may repeat the same mistakes or miss opportunities for growth. Increases clarity and focus. Reflection helps you gain clarity about your goals, values, and priorities. It allows you to step back and assess where you are in relation to where you want to be. This clarity can help you focus your energy on what truly matters and align your actions with your long-term vision. Improves problem solving. Reflecting on past challenges and how you handled them can provide insights into your problem-solving process. It helps you identify what strategies worked, what didn't, and how you can approach similar challenges more effectively in the future. Reduces stress and overwhelm. Taking the time to reflect helps you process emotions, reduce stress, and gain perspective. It allows you to release any lingering negativity and approach challenges with a calm, clear mindset. How reflection leads to personal growth. Reflection is a powerful mechanism for self-improvement. It allows you to examine your experiences from a higher perspective, learning not only from successes but also from mistakes and setbacks. Here's how reflection can drive personal growth. 1. Gaining insights from success. While reflecting on mistakes is often emphasized, reflecting on your successes is equally important. When you examine what worked well, you can identify the behaviors, strategies, or attitudes that led to success. This insight allows you to replicate those actions in the future. Example: after completing a successful project at work, reflect on the factors that contributed to that success. Was it your communication skills? Your ability to manage time effectively? Identifying these factors helps you apply the same strategies to future projects. 2. Learning from mistakes. Mistakes are an inevitable part of life, but they are also some of our greatest teachers. Reflection allows you to analyze what went wrong and how you can avoid making the same mistakes in the future. It helps you see failure as an opportunity for growth rather than something to be avoided. Example: after facing a setback, reflect on the choices that led to the outcome. What could you have done differently? What lessons can you take away from the experience to ensure you make better decisions moving forward? 3. Identifying patterns and habits. Reflection helps you uncover patterns in your thoughts, behaviors, and emotions. By examining these patterns, you can identify habits that are holding you back and make changes to break free from unproductive cycles. Example: if you notice a pattern of procrastination in your work, reflect on the reasons behind it. Are you feeling overwhelmed, bored, or lacking motivation? Understanding the root cause can help you address the issue and develop healthier habits. 4. Building emotional intelligence. Reflection plays a key role in developing emotional intelligence, EI. By reflecting on your emotions and how they influence your behavior, you can gain better control over your emotional responses and improve your relationships with others. Example: after a disagreement with a colleague, reflect on your emotional reactions. Were you defensive? Did you listen actively to their perspective? This self-awareness can help you manage your emotions and communicate more effectively in future interactions. Types of reflection. Reflection can take many forms, and different types of reflection serve different purposes. Let's look at a few common types of reflection. 1. Introspective reflection. Introspective reflection is the process of looking inwardly to explore your thoughts, feelings, and motivations. It's about understanding why you think or feel a certain way and how those emotions influence your actions. Example: after a stressful day, you might reflect on what triggered your stress. Did a specific event or interaction cause the negative emotions, or was it a buildup of multiple factors? 2. Situational reflection. Situational reflection involves reviewing a specific event or experience to understand what happened and why. It's often used to evaluate decisions, actions, and outcomes. Example: after a meeting, you might reflect on how it went. What went well? What could you have done better? What lessons can you take from the experience to improve in the future? 3. Perspective reflection. Perspective reflection involves considering a situation from multiple viewpoints, which helps broaden your understanding of the experience and allows you to see things in a new light. Example: if you had a conflict with someone, reflecting on the situation from both your perspective and theirs can help you better understand their point of view and approach future interactions with empathy. 4. Future reflection. Future reflection focuses on imagining how current actions will affect future outcomes. It's about thinking ahead and assessing how your decisions today will influence your long-term goals and well-being. Example: when making a major life decision, such as changing careers, reflecting on the long-term implications can help you make a choice that aligns with your future aspirations. Practical strategies for reflection. Now that we understand the importance of reflection, let's explore some practical strategies for incorporating reflection into your daily life. Set aside time for reflection. Carve out dedicated time each day or week to reflect. This could be in the form of journaling, meditating, or simply sitting quietly to think about your day. Consistent reflection is key to making it a habit. Tip: start by setting aside just 5–10 minutes at the end of each day for reflection. Over time, you can extend this time as you become more comfortable with the process. 2. Ask reflective questions. To guide your reflection, ask yourself thoughtful, open-ended questions. These questions should encourage you to think deeply about your experiences and actions. Examples of reflective questions: what did I learn from this experience? What could I have done differently? How did my emotions influence my decisions? What strengths did I display today? What areas could I improve on? 3. Write it down. Writing down your reflections can help you clarify your thoughts and track your progress over time. Journaling allows you to revisit past experiences and see how you've grown. Tip: keep a reflection journal where you write about your experiences, thoughts, and feelings. This can help you track patterns, insights, and progress in your personal growth. 4. Seek feedback. Reflecting with others can provide additional perspective. Seek feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues to gain new insights and learn from others' experiences. Tip: after a project or challenge, ask a trusted colleague for feedback on how you handled the situation. This can offer valuable external perspectives that complement your own reflections. 5. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present and fully engaged in the current moment. It helps you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, which can enhance your ability to reflect effectively. Tip: practice mindfulness techniques like deep breathing, body scans, or guided meditation to increase your awareness and improve your ability to reflect on your emotions and reactions. Conclusion: reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth, self-awareness, and decision-making. By making time for reflection and using thoughtful questions and strategies, you can gain deeper insights into your experiences and use those insights to grow and improve. Reflection helps you learn from the past, understand the present, and create a more intentional future. It's a habit that, when practiced consistently, leads to lasting personal transformation. In the next chapter, we will explore how to overcome self-doubt and boost your confidence so you can take action with certainty and pursue your goals with conviction. Chapter 11. Overcoming self-doubt. Self-doubt is one of the most common obstacles to personal growth and success. It's the voice inside your head that questions your abilities, undermines your confidence, and makes you second-guess every decision. While a certain level of self-reflection and caution can be healthy, excessive self-doubt can paralyze you and prevent you from reaching your full potential. In this chapter, we'll explore the nature of self-doubt, how it affects your life, and practical strategies for overcoming it. By the end, you will understand how to build self-confidence, silence the inner critic, and take bold action toward your goals with belief and conviction. What is self-doubt? Self-doubt is the lack of confidence in one's abilities or decisions. It can manifest as negative thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I'm going to fail," or "I don't deserve success." These thoughts can be triggered by past failures, comparison to others, or fear of the unknown. Self-doubt often prevents us from taking action, stepping outside of our comfort zones, and pursuing opportunities for fear of making mistakes or facing rejection. While everyone experiences self-doubt from time to time, it becomes problematic when it holds you back from reaching your goals or living the life you desire. The key is not to eliminate self-doubt entirely, but to manage it so that it doesn't control your actions. The impact of self-doubt. Self-doubt can have a profound effect on your personal and professional life. It can lead to missed opportunities, low self-esteem, and a constant cycle of anxiety and indecision. Here are some of the ways that self-doubt can impact your life. Paralysis by analysis. When you doubt yourself, you may overthink decisions, constantly weighing the pros and cons without taking any action. This hesitation can prevent you from making progress or seizing opportunities. Fear of failure. Self-doubt often stems from a fear of failure. You may worry about making mistakes, which can lead you to avoid taking risks altogether. However, avoiding failure also means avoiding growth and learning, undervaluing your abilities. When you doubt yourself, you may fail to recognize your strengths and talents. This can result in missed opportunities, as you may not apply for a promotion or try something new because you don't feel capable enough. Negative impact on relationships. Self-doubt can affect your relationships with others. You may avoid social situations, doubt your worth, or feel unworthy of love and support. These thoughts can create unnecessary distance between you and others, leading to loneliness and isolation. Reduced confidence. Chronic self-doubt undermines your self-confidence. As a result, you may hesitate to speak up, take charge, or assert yourself, which can limit your success in both personal and professional settings. Understanding the root causes of self-doubt. Self-doubt often originates from several internal and external sources. Understanding where your self-doubt comes from can help you address it more effectively. Past failures or criticism. Negative experiences, such as past failures, harsh criticism, or rejection, can plant seeds of self-doubt. You may associate failure with a lack of ability, even though failure is a natural part of growth and success. Comparison to others. Comparing yourself to others, whether it's in terms of career achievements, physical appearance, or personal accomplishments, can fuel self-doubt. Social media, in particular, can create unrealistic standards, making you feel inadequate when comparing yourself to others. Fear of judgment. The fear of being judged or criticized by others can contribute to self-doubt. You may worry about what people think of you or fear that you'll disappoint others, leading you to doubt your choices and actions. Perfectionism. People with perfectionist tendencies often struggle with self-doubt because they set unrealistically high standards for themselves. When they inevitably fall short of these standards, they feel like failures, which reinforces their self-doubt. Limiting beliefs. Sometimes, self-doubt is driven by limiting beliefs, false ideas that you hold about yourself, such as "I'm not smart enough" or "I'm not capable of succeeding." These beliefs often develop early in life and can continue to influence your thoughts and actions. Overcoming self-doubt. Practical strategies. The good news is that self-doubt can be managed and overcome. By changing the way you think, behave, and approach challenges, you can build greater self-confidence and take control of your life. Here are some practical strategies to help you overcome self-doubt. 1. Recognize and challenge negative thoughts. The first step in overcoming self-doubt is recognizing when it's happening. Pay attention to the negative thoughts that arise when you're faced with a challenge or decision. Once you identify these thoughts, challenge them by asking yourself questions like, is this thought based on evidence, or is it just my fear talking? What's the worst that could happen, and how likely is it? What's the best outcome, and how can I work toward it? Tip: write down your negative thoughts and counter them with positive affirming statements. For example, if you think, "I'll never succeed," counter it with, "I've overcome challenges before, and I can do it again." 2. Focus on your strengths. Instead of dwelling on your weaknesses, focus on your strengths. Reflect on your past successes, talents, and achievements. Remind yourself of times when you've overcome challenges or performed well. Tip: keep a success journal where you record your accomplishments, big or small. When you're feeling doubtful, revisit this journal to remind yourself of your capabilities. 3. Embrace failure as part of the journey. Self-doubt is often fueled by a fear of failure, but failure is not the end. It's part of the learning process. Every failure brings valuable lessons that help you grow and improve. Tip: change your perspective on failure. Instead of fearing it, view it as an opportunity to learn and develop new skills. Remember that even the most successful people faced setbacks along the way. 4. Stop comparing yourself to others. Constantly comparing yourself to others only reinforces self-doubt. Remember that everyone's journey is unique, and comparisons are often misleading. Instead, focus on your own progress and growth. Tip: practice gratitude by writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Focusing on what you have, rather than what you lack, will help you cultivate a positive mindset and reduce comparisons. 5. Set realistic expectations. Perfectionism is a major contributor to self-doubt. Set realistic, achievable goals for yourself and allow room for mistakes. Understand that success is a process, and it's okay not to have everything figured out immediately. Tip: break large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Celebrate each milestone along the way to build your confidence and maintain momentum. 6. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Instead of criticizing yourself when you make mistakes, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. Tip: when you experience self-doubt, remind yourself that it's okay to be imperfect. Practice self-affirmation by repeating positive statements such as, "I am enough," or "I am doing my best." 7. Take action. Even when you're doubting, the best way to combat self-doubt is to take action, even if you're not feeling fully confident. Taking small steps toward your goals helps you build momentum and proves to yourself that you are capable of moving forward. Tip: commit to taking one small action every day that brings you closer to your goal. The more you take action, the less power self-doubt will have over you. Real-world example: overcoming self-doubt in action. Imagine you're preparing for a big presentation at work. Self-doubt starts creeping in. What if I forget my points? What if they don't like my ideas? What if I fail? Instead of letting these thoughts paralyze you, you take action. You practice your presentation, focus on your strengths, and remind yourself of your past successes. When the day comes, you feel more confident and prepared. Even if there are moments of doubt during the presentation, you push through and deliver it to the best of your ability. Overcoming self-doubt isn't about eliminating fear, but about taking action despite it. Conclusion: self-doubt is a natural part of the human experience, but it doesn't have to control your life. By recognizing and challenging negative thoughts, focusing on your strengths, embracing failure, and practicing self-compassion, you can overcome self-doubt and unlock your full potential. Remember that confidence is built through action. The more you push past self-doubt and take steps toward your goals, the more confident you will become. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to build a strong, resilient mindset by embracing challenges and developing the mental toughness to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Chapter 12. The Critical Thinker's Toolbox. Critical thinking is a skill that can be developed and refined over time. Just like any other skill, it requires the right tools to be used effectively. In this chapter, we will explore the essential tools every critical thinker should have in their toolbox. These tools will help you approach problems with a structured, logical mindset, allowing you to analyze situations, evaluate options, and make better decisions. By the end of this chapter, you will have a set of practical tools and strategies that will enhance your ability to think critically, solve problems more effectively, and navigate challenges with confidence. 1. The questioning tool. As we've seen in previous chapters, asking the right questions is one of the most powerful tools in a critical thinker's arsenal. Questions help you gain clarity, challenge assumptions, and uncover hidden truths. The ability to ask insightful, probing questions is crucial for deepening your understanding and exploring new perspectives. What it is, a questioning mindset, is about not accepting things at face value. It involves asking questions that push you to dig deeper and think critically about the information presented to you. How to use it: practice asking open-ended questions like, what evidence supports this claim? What assumptions am I making? What are the alternatives to this solution? How would I explain this to someone who doesn't know anything about the topic? What would happen if we approached this problem from a different angle? By using questioning as a tool, you can move beyond surface-level thinking and engage in more thorough analysis. 2. The logic tool. Logic is the foundation of critical thinking. It helps you evaluate arguments, identify flaws in reasoning, and make decisions based on sound principles. There are different types of logical reasoning: deductive, inductive, and abductive, and knowing when and how to use them is essential. What it is: logical reasoning is the process of drawing conclusions from premises based on established principles of reasoning. Deductive reasoning involves making specific conclusions from general principles. Inductive reasoning involves generalizing from specific observations, and abductive reasoning helps find the best explanation for a set of facts. How to use it: start by identifying the structure of an argument. Ask yourself, are the premises true? Does the conclusion follow logically from the premises? Are there any fallacies or gaps in the reasoning? What evidence supports or contradicts the argument? Logic helps you break down complex information and evaluate the strength of arguments, ensuring that you base your conclusions on sound reasoning. 3. The open-mindedness tool. Critical thinking requires an open mind, the ability to consider ideas, evidence, and viewpoints that differ from your own. Being open-minded doesn't mean accepting everything. It means being willing to explore new perspectives, challenge your beliefs, and consider alternative solutions. What it is: open-mindedness is the willingness to entertain ideas that may conflict with your existing beliefs or assumptions. It's about being receptive to new information and being flexible in your thinking. How to use it: practice considering viewpoints that differ from your own. When you encounter a perspective you disagree with, ask yourself, what might I be missing here? What are the strengths of this viewpoint? How can I incorporate elements of this perspective into my own thinking? Open-mindedness helps you stay adaptable and increases your ability to understand complex issues from different angles. 4. The evidence tool. Critical thinkers base their decisions and conclusions on evidence. The ability to evaluate and assess the quality of evidence is essential for making informed choices. This tool helps you separate fact from opinion, distinguish reliable sources from unreliable ones, and use evidence to support your arguments. What it is: the evidence tool is about gathering reliable data, facts, and information that can support or refute claims, ideas, or arguments. It's the ability to identify what constitutes strong, credible evidence and how to use it effectively in your reasoning. How to use it: when evaluating information, ask what evidence supports this claim. Is this evidence credible, reliable, and relevant? What is the source of the evidence, and is it trustworthy? Is there any contradictory evidence that should be considered? Using evidence as a tool ensures that your conclusions are grounded in reality and not based on assumptions, hearsay, or biases. 5. The analytical tool. Analysis is a core component of critical thinking. The ability to break down complex problems into smaller, more manageable parts allows you to evaluate each aspect individually and understand how it fits into the larger picture. This tool helps you identify key issues, detect patterns, and recognize relationships between different variables. What it is: the analytical tool helps you dissect problems or ideas and evaluate them from multiple perspectives. It involves breaking down a situation into its components, understanding each element, and identifying the relationships between them. How to use it: to use analysis effectively, break down the problem into smaller parts. What are the key components of this issue? What are the causes and effects? How do the different parts of this situation interact with each other? What patterns or trends can I identify? By using analysis to break down problems, you can gain a deeper understanding of the issue and develop more effective solutions. 6. The reflection tool. Reflection is an essential part of the critical thinking process. It allows you to evaluate your thoughts, decisions, and actions and learn from your experiences. By reflecting on your reasoning and decisions, you can identify areas for improvement and build on your strengths. What it is: reflection is the practice of stepping back and assessing your thought process, actions, and outcomes. It involves looking at what worked, what didn't, and how you can improve your thinking and decision-making in the future. How to use it: after making a decision or taking action, reflect on the process, what went well, and what could have been done differently. Did I consider all the relevant evidence and viewpoints? How can I approach similar situations more effectively in the future? Reflection helps you learn from your experiences, adapt your thinking, and improve your future decision-making. 7. The creativity tool. Creativity is an important aspect of critical thinking. It allows you to generate new ideas, find innovative solutions, and think beyond conventional boundaries. The ability to think creatively is particularly useful when you are faced with complex problems that require new unconventional approaches. What it is, the creativity tool helps you generate ideas and explore novel solutions. It encourages you to look at problems from different angles and challenge existing assumptions. How to use it. To think creatively, use techniques like brainstorming new possibilities, asking what-if questions, reframing problems to see them in a new light, combining unrelated ideas to come up with innovative solutions. Creativity allows you to think outside the box and approach problems with fresh perspectives. Building your critical thinking toolbox. To become a skilled critical thinker, it's important to develop and refine these tools over time. Start by incorporating one or two of these tools into your daily routine and gradually build upon them. Practice asking insightful questions, analyzing information, and reflecting on your thoughts and decisions. As you gain confidence and experience, you will find that your critical thinking skills become sharper, more effective, and more natural. Conclusion. A well-equipped critical thinker's toolbox is essential for navigating the complexities of life, making informed decisions, and solving problems effectively. By using the tools of questioning, logic, open-mindedness, evidence, analysis, reflection, and creativity, you can approach challenges with clarity and confidence. These tools will help you think more deeply, make better decisions, and ultimately achieve greater success in both personal and professional life. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to transform your mindset and apply critical thinking in everyday situations to enhance your life even further. Chapter 13. Transforming your life with critical thinking. Critical thinking is more than just a tool for solving problems or making decisions. It's a mindset that can transform your life. When you consistently apply critical thinking in your personal, professional, and social life, you gain the ability to navigate challenges more effectively, make better choices, and achieve greater success. In this chapter, we'll explore how critical thinking can bring about lasting positive changes, improve your relationships, and empower you to reach your full potential. How critical thinking transforms your life. Critical thinking empowers you to make better decisions by evaluating options objectively, considering multiple perspectives, and avoiding emotional or biased thinking. It helps you solve problems more effectively, communicate clearly, and foster meaningful relationships. When you apply critical thinking in every area of your life, you can take control of your future and create the life you want. 1. Better decision-making. One of the most significant ways critical thinking transforms your life is by improving your decision-making. Critical thinking helps you analyze situations from multiple angles, evaluate evidence, and avoid common cognitive biases that might cloud your judgment. This allows you to make well-informed, rational decisions, whether you're choosing a career path, making financial decisions, or navigating personal relationships. Example: if you're deciding whether to take a new job, critical thinking allows you to assess the opportunity from all angles. You'll consider not only the salary and benefits, but also the work environment, potential for growth, and alignment with your values. This comprehensive approach ensures that you make a decision that's in your best interest. 2. Improved problem solving. Critical thinking is essential for effective problem solving. It helps you break down complex issues into manageable parts, identify root causes, and evaluate potential solutions. Instead of getting stuck in the surface-level symptoms of a problem, you can dig deeper and find innovative solutions that are both practical and sustainable. Example: if your company faces a performance slump, critical thinking helps you pinpoint the underlying causes. Is it a lack of resources, poor communication, or market changes? By analyzing the situation thoroughly, you can develop a strategy that addresses the root cause rather than just treating the symptoms. 3. Enhanced emotional regulation. Critical thinking doesn't just help you evaluate external situations, it also enables you to evaluate your internal emotional state. When you develop the ability to step back and objectively assess your feelings, you can respond to situations more thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. This enhanced emotional regulation leads to better decision-making, fewer regrets, and improved mental well-being. Example: during a stressful conversation, critical thinking helps you pause and reflect on your emotions before reacting. Instead of getting defensive or upset, you can recognize your feelings, take a deep breath, and respond calmly, maintaining control over the situation. 4. Stronger relationships. Critical thinking improves your communication skills and helps you navigate complex social dynamics. By actively listening, asking insightful questions, and considering the perspectives of others, you can engage in more meaningful conversations and resolve conflicts more effectively. This leads to stronger, healthier relationships with friends, family, colleagues, and partners. Example: in a disagreement with a friend or colleague, instead of focusing solely on your own viewpoint, critical thinking allows you to understand their perspective. By actively listening and asking clarifying questions, you create a space for open dialogue and collaboration, leading to a more positive outcome. 5. Increased confidence. As you become more skilled in critical thinking, you will naturally become more confident in your decisions and actions. Critical thinking empowers you to trust your judgment, knowing that your conclusions are based on logic, evidence, and careful analysis. This confidence can spill over into every area of your life, from career decisions to personal challenges. Example: after applying critical thinking to your career path, you gain confidence in your choices. You've weighed the pros and cons, considered alternative options, and reflected on your long-term goals. With this solid foundation, you can confidently pursue your ambitions, knowing that you've made an informed decision. 6. Personal growth and self-improvement. Critical thinking promotes self-awareness and personal growth. By reflecting on your experiences, analyzing your behavior, and identifying areas for improvement, you can continuously evolve and become a better version of yourself. It encourages you to challenge your assumptions, embrace new ideas, and adapt to change, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Example: after facing a setback, critical thinking helps you reflect on the experience. You consider what went wrong, what you can learn from the situation, and how you can apply those lessons moving forward. This process of self-reflection promotes growth and resilience, helping you become more adaptable in the future. Applying critical thinking to key areas of life. To fully transform your life, you must apply critical thinking consistently in key areas. Let's explore how critical thinking can positively impact several aspects of your life. 1. Career and professional development. In your career, critical thinking helps you assess opportunities, navigate challenges, and develop strategies for success. Whether you're managing a team, making business decisions, or advancing your skills, critical thinking ensures that your actions are grounded in logic, evidence, and careful consideration. Example: if you're considering a career change, critical thinking helps you weigh the pros and cons of your current job versus the potential new role. You analyze factors like work-life balance, salary, career growth, and personal fulfillment to make an informed decision about your future. 2. Health and well-being. Critical thinking is essential for making informed decisions about your health and well-being. It helps you evaluate health-related information, separate fact from fiction, and make choices that support your physical and mental health. This is especially important in a world where health misinformation is prevalent. Example: when faced with conflicting health advice, critical thinking allows you to assess the evidence and make choices based on credible sources and personal needs. You are better equipped to make decisions about nutrition, exercise, and mental health that are tailored to your unique circumstances. 3. Financial decisions. Critical thinking is key to managing your finances effectively. It helps you evaluate spending habits, assess investment opportunities, and make informed decisions about saving and budgeting. By applying logic and careful analysis, you can build a strong financial foundation for your future. Example: when planning a major purchase, critical thinking helps you assess whether it aligns with your financial goals. You consider factors such as affordability, long-term value, and potential alternatives before making the final decision. 4. Personal relationships. Critical thinking can help you navigate personal relationships more effectively. By thinking critically about your emotions, actions, and communication, you can build stronger, more fulfilling connections with others. It encourages you to be empathetic, understand differing viewpoints, and approach conflicts constructively. Example: in a difficult conversation with a loved one, critical thinking helps you assess the situation, understand the underlying emotions, and communicate in a way that fosters understanding and resolution. How to integrate critical thinking into your daily life. The power of critical thinking lies in its consistent application. To make it a part of your daily life, try these strategies. Practice daily reflection. Take time each day to reflect on your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Consider what went well, what didn't, and how you can improve. Ask thoughtful questions. Challenge your assumptions by asking questions that promote deeper thinking. What if and why are great tools for exploring new perspectives. Engage in continuous learning. Stay open to new ideas and continue learning. Whether it's through reading, discussions, or formal education, expanding your knowledge will sharpen your critical thinking skills. Seek diverse perspectives. Surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking and offer different viewpoints. This helps broaden your perspective and improve your decision-making. Conclusion: critical thinking is a transformative skill that can enhance every area of your life. By improving your decision-making, problem-solving, and communication, critical thinking empowers you to live with purpose, confidence, and clarity. It helps you take control of your actions, make informed decisions, and approach challenges with a mindset of growth and possibility. As you continue to develop and apply critical thinking, you will find that your life becomes more focused, intentional, and fulfilling. The ability to think critically is one of the greatest assets you can have on your journey towards success. In the next chapter, we'll dive into practical ways to cultivate a growth mindset, further enhancing your ability to approach life's challenges with a positive, solutions-oriented attitude.